top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Rice Owls offense will start this game off. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, and these two teams...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll leave it with him. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22?
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! First points of the day are on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. That's caught. It's Cooper. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Leaves it with the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and
turning it on. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
This time they'll go to the running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Horned Frogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The sure hands, it's Palmer. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Buys a little time. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Snagged out of the air. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Horned Frogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Rush is on him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They're dealing with a second and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. To the air, it's McMillan. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to pass, it's McMillan. A little screen to the running back. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be knocked down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That last completion sets them up on second down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right...
Converts on fourth down, still going. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Palmer. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the Horned Frogs have enough for the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air, it's McMillan. Tosses it incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing it.
There he goes. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They run the reverse. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
31, Rice, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the grab down the middle.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Wants to go up top on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scramble.
Touchdown, Rice! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays.
31, Rice, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice move to keep running. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tease. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Horned Frogs in the hurry up. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Tease. Breaks into the open. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, TCU.
And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable 1st half in Houston. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the fullback. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying.
Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
41, Rice, 7.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. That's caught. It's Clemens.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Fighting off the defender. The Owls are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I'll tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's carry-on. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. They'll go back to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Got him downfield. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rice.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the fullback. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Makes the grab. It's Tees.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats.
Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Oh, it's a reverse. Running into the open space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. On the move, he fires. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
Back to pass, it's McMillan. Fires one high and deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Give to the big fullback. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. The give to the fullback. Plows through the defense. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The give to the fullback. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the 1st?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throwing right. He makes a catch. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. On the move, it's Alexander. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alexander. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The big fullback's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
He'll do it himself on the draw. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Turning it on! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Horned Frogs are in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch around the 50. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now going to...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? back to pass. He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And they'll take a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.